Sis, it's our responsibility. It is definitely our responsibility to the next generation to show them something different. They already have the Megs, the Cardis. They already have all of that ratchetness and lewdness that they're being bombarded with. But they need to also see the classy lady. They need to see a woman of substance. They need to see women that can actually keep their legs closed and have a good head on their shoulders and encourage healthy relationships, not just a relationship where the man is taking care of the woman, but being a healthy woman. They need to see that. It's not a lot of that out here. I know when I was growing up, there was a difference. You could see like the whore and the good woman, and there was a difference. But now everything is just so convoluted and it's blended together. You see a woman making all this money, you think she's a powerhouse, and old girl whore at the same time. So it is our responsibility. If you're on this purity journey with me, saving yourself onto marriage, right? Then it's bigger than just saving yourself onto marriage. It's really about personal development and who you are showing up as in the world. Because ultimately, somebody is going to pay attention to you. You're gonna catch their eye because you're gonna be different. You're just gonna have a different light on you. It's called virtue. You know how the Bible speaks about the virtuous woman? It's called virtue. You're gonna have that virtue upon you, and a young woman coming up is going to see what is going to have, going to see, okay, I don't want to go that route, but this woman right here looks interesting. So that's why we do have a responsibility to really show up in the world as best as we can, sis. As best as we can. Like, we even though you don't want to be a role model and you don't think anybody's even paying attention to you, they are. Little girls are paying attention to you. Little girls in your neighborhood are paying attention to you. If their mother is out there acting wild and ratchet, and you are the quiet one that goes in and out, always stepping out, looking nice, keeping yourself together, you're not in a lot of mess, oh, they paying attention. They looking at you. Why is she different? So you're going to attract that kind of attention, which is good. You want to be an influence onto the younger generation of women. They need to grow up knowing that they are not destined to be hoes. Keep yourself, young lady. Keep yourself. You are beautiful inside and out. And keep building upon that beauty. Keep building upon that beauty. But we got a generation of black women who just don't give a damn. They just don't give a damn. They don't care how they come outside looking. They don't care how other people perceive them. They don't care how men perceive them. They don't care. They just out here running their mouth. And that is what is in the forefront to represent us as sisters. And that should not be. Where are we? I do the best that I can by coming on YouTube. I don't be wanting to come on YouTube. And a whole lot of people don't even be watching my videos. But I feel like that's my way to contribute something good, whatever's on my heart, onto the world. That in hopes that when somebody clicks on the video, they are encouraged to keep doing the right thing. Now, I'm not saying that if you are out here giving yourself away all willy-nilly, that you are a bad person. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you are a bad example of a woman. A bad example for our young sisters coming up, because you know you're doing that out of hurt and pain. You know you're doing that for the wrong reasons. You may be bitter, you may want get back, payback, whatever it is you're doing it for, it's not for the right reasons, and therefore that's why I'm saying you're a bad example to our younger women. But sis, if you are trying to maintain yourself, if you have a niece, a cousin, a daughter, let that young lady know, listen, it's not cracked up. It's not all what people saying. All this sexual freedom and do what you want, it's more hurtful to a woman than it is to a man to do these things. It could be physically harmful, emotionally harmful, okay, and spiritually harmful. More harmful to a woman than it is to a man. And you could look that up. That's science, okay? That's science. What we give is we give from the inside out. You are actually allowing a man to enter into your secret, private spaces. And if you don't know this man, or this man is not trying to honor you, you're doing yourself a major disservice. A major disservice. And so that's why I promote purity. That's why I say stay abstinent. That's why I say just don't engage. Yes, go on dates, have friends, engage with the male species. I call them a species, but I love my brothers, okay? I have conversations with brothers all the time. I have male friends, that I talk to all the time about just different things. They are very, very, very interesting people to talk to get their perspective on things. That's what a relationship is. It's not always sexual. Like, learn to have a different kind of relationship with men. Because we ultimately need to coexist and work with each other. And yeah, they're going to try. Okay? They're going to try. But it's up to you to be like, nah, I'm not like that. I'm not doing that. I'm saving myself for a man who actually wants to honor me. Be honorable, sis. Be virtuous for real. Like, it's a whole bunch of sisters out here talking about they virtuous, talking about they Proverbs 31 women, but you could get them on their back in a snap of a finger. That's not virtue. That's not virtue at all. Virtue is a spirit that comes upon you when you are living a certain kind of life, okay? It clings to you when you are living a certain kind of life. When you are moving through this earth different, it comes upon you, and it lays upon you, and people can see it on you. They can see that you're different. Okay? So that's just my 2 cents for the morning. While I drive, I seem to get downloads when I'm driving, because I usually be listening to stuff and just, I'll podcast or whatever, and then it just be making me think, and then I'll be like, well, let me just put my thoughts on camera, share them with y'all. But yeah, sis, like we have to take responsibility. Take responsibility, and we have to be concerned about how we're being perceived in the world, because perception is everything. You can feel like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but how a person sees you, that's who they think you are. Is it right? It may be wrong. They may have a wrong perception, but it's up to us to put ourselves in a certain light so that people see us in a certain light. And right now, black woman, you ain't looking good, baby. You ain't looking good. You're not looking good. So let's individually do what we can, do our part to show up as better beings in the world. I love y'all, sisters. Y'all have a wonderful day. Sister Kadasha. See you soon.